Lavecchia. Oh, thought he had another. Help will come in from the side. That's Colese to Schwal. And the Cats will get it going again offensively.
Obviously, you have your high scorers on the field, but if I want to highlight anybody on the team for playing mistake-free game so far, I think it's got to be Josh Schwal. He's been getting every ground ball. He makes smart passes. He doesn't overextend himself on defense or offense. So I think he's getting the
You're going to give him player of the game?
Hustle player of the game. I think you got to give the traditional player of the game to the high scorers, but
you don't have to, Tony.
I guess not.
No, you don't have to.
There's no rule book.
And that one will go out of bounds. I think there's been a lot of Cats that have played well in this one. Definitely.
I think it's this is an absolutely perfect start to the home campaign for the Bobcats, and CK can't ask for much more.
Yeah, I'm not sure he expected a 22-point game. That's Jed Deal. Long stick midi, one of 2 seniors on the squad. Played at Hellgate with my son Spencer.
I spent a couple of years playing with Jed as well.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah, he is. And his dad played lacrosse for Portland State, I believe.
The Vikings?
Yeah, years and years ago. Jason.
We've played that team a couple of times back in the old days.
Lacrosse has come such a long ways, technically, especially with the equipment. Another successful clear for Montana State. Chase Byrne on the go, but good defense for Wyoming. Number 5 is Riley Davis. Richmond with about 3 minutes left. Richmond comes around.
Great look across the field.
And Alex Brown will finish.
Very classy finish there. Started high, got the keeper, putting his shoulders up, and then just brings it down like a yo-yo. Puts it into the bottom of the net. Past the goalie's feet. Those are tough for the keeper. You got to sprawl if you see it coming, and even then it's tough to get down that fast.
That gives Richmond 6 goals and 6 assists. Brown 5 and 5. They have played. Both those guys have played good team lacrosse here.
Those stats will go a long way at the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, Richmond coming in with 17 goals and 33 assists, which was almost a turnaround from what he had done last year. Of course, the defenses are focusing on him as first-team All-American.
He demands a double team. As soon as he gets a step, you need a slide, and he's finding that open man.
He's adjusted well, yeah. You have to appreciate that. There's a goal.
Big windup.
Yep. That's Raiden Todd again. And I appreciate seeing that because I think that kid has worked pretty dang hard out there today.
Absolutely. All the Wyoming players have been all over the field.
I'm going to guess that comes at about 2:10 in the fourth quarter.
Looks like they have only one active player on the bench now. Number 10 taking some sort of injury on the sideline. Looks like a lower leg.
Carollo. That's Drew Carollo from Green River, Wyoming. They still got a game tomorrow against Great Falls.
Are they playing him here or are they traveling?
That's going to be in Great Falls.
Wow.
They were going to play Johnson and Wales here on Sunday, but that game has been postponed. Hunter to Brown. Absolutely. And the one more to Richmond.
Fantastic vision on the far side of the field there. I believe that's Mitch Page, number 25. Oh, no, that's...
that was Brown.
Yeah, that's Alex Brown, number 41.
Yep, it went from Hunter to Brown to Richmond. Those two guys, Richmond and Brown, have hooked up now consecutively 3 times in a row. 26-3. About a minute 50 left. Oh, we got 2:36. My apologies. Unofficially. So a minute 50 is pretty good unofficially too, then, isn't it? Yeah. And that will be Cat's ball there. Yeah, Richmond has fed Brown at the 5:01 mark. Brown returned the favor 2 minutes later. And then another minute later, it's Richmond and Brown again. It's fun. But the Cats will just look to maybe just kill the clock here.
Definitely just working around the edge, bleed out the rest of the clock, go home with a victory. Oh,
nice
fantastic.
cut.
Great stop there.
Yeah.
Could have thrown the fake. Goalie stayed high, stopped it.
Pollock. You know, I looked at him at, 6'3", 300 pounds, but he's shown a knack for the ball.
He's just seen an unreal amount of shots.
That's true.
It's just been a shooting gallery down there.
Colesworthy with a good stop, too. He hasn't let much get by in this one. Greener.
Fights for it. Straight up in the air. It's going to stay in bounds. Looks like his offensive journey is over.
Good defensive players. They don't really want to play offense, but maybe once or twice a game. But there's still that, urge to get one on goal.
I have scored as a defenseman running down the field, and it's got to be one of the top 10 feelings
I bet,
I've ever had.
Yeah. 1 minute left. Cats will go to 6-2. Johnson and Wales in here next week. Good bounce-back game. They beat the number 4 team in the country last week in St. John's after losing 2 to top 10 opponents. St. Thomas, the number 1 team in the country, and then North Dakota State, which has moved into the top 5. There's the horn, and it will go in the books. 26-2 for Montana State. We don't even have much to do here in the postgame. I was sort of giving you some leading scores throughout. Bartu had 4 goals in this one. Page also with 4 goals. I think Brown, this is unofficial, will have 5 goals and 6 assists. And Richmond's going to have 7 goals and 6 assists. Bartu with 4 goals. But Obradovich scored. Rubenstein scored. Carroll has got a couple in this one as well. And also Jack Pugh, he opened the scoring. And I think Jack has got, I know one. I think he's got a couple. No, just the one as I see it unofficially here. Tony Athanasakos, what are your thoughts here on this one?
This is a great team win for the Bobcats. It all starts back at the defensive end. Colesworthy was making some great saves, but the defense was just allowing very, very few shots on that end. And it showed with only allowing 3 in a game. That's it's a shining achievement in any defensive category. And then on the offensive side, it was clicking on all cylinders. And it's a great spread of the ball with multiple people scoring over a hat trick. And you just really, there's not much to say. Coach Kelly has done a great job coaching these guys, and it shows.
Yeah, I'm not going to add much, except I really appreciated the way the offense possessed the ball. They showed patience at times. It wasn't and they didn't look at the scoreboard and say, okay, I'm just going to dodge, or they stayed disciplined in this one. Both sides of the ball did.
Totally agree. It's a very mistake-free game played by Bobcats.
Foundant Technologies, supporting charitable organizations with online grant management technology since 2007. Thank you. And as well, the Rocking R Bar, the world-famous Bozeman, Montana bar. They've been supporting Bobcat sports for 40 years. KBOZ radio station's a favorite of mine, and locally owned and operated since 1975. I do Bozeman Hawk sports for KBOZ. Happy to do that. Montana State University, Mountains and Mines since 1893. And our final sponsor here for this one, it is Erotic, fun, fresh, and healthy in downtown Bozeman for over 10 years. So, Tony, do you know much about Johnson & Wales?
Yeah, we've played them before. The first time we played them, it was their inaugural season, and you know, they got some talent. I'm not sure what has been up with them in the last couple of years, but you know, it's just great to see another school pick up a sport like lacrosse and just go on the road to compete and, you know, host the teams when they have the chance. And it's just great to see the sport spreading like it is.
We'll find out more about Johnson & Wales tomorrow as they'll be visiting. And we'll get underway about 2:45, I suppose. As I mentioned, we do have Coach Chris Kelly, little pregame interview, so to speak, caught earlier this week. Talked about last year's season, how this team is feeding off that, but how this is a different makeup, so to speak, this year, and some of the key players that are back and what they're doing differently now that the Cats have been sort of found out and teams aren't sneaking, they're not sneaking up on anybody anymore. So that's going to be tomorrow as we'll get underway early, but 3 o'clock back here at Bobcat Stadium. I gave final stats as much as we can. Want to thank Tony Athanasakos. Good job, my friend.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, back here tomorrow.
Absolutely.
All right. And also Brett, our engineer here, and Tuck Ryer, our cameraman. Thanks for joining us. We're back here with more. Of course, you can always catch all these games online as well. So fans at home, friends and family of the team here in particular, you pass the word around. We'll archive this game as soon as we can so you can catch up with it later. But until tomorrow, for Tony, I'm Tom Schultz. Have a great one. Good night now.